Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Darshan. I'm currently working as a nurse for NHS and I have both the experience working in India and abroad as well. So I can share you my opinion. So if you're planning to move to abroad, this video is going to be very important to you. So stay till to the end of the video so to get to know what are the surprising cultural shock and the challenges I have faced in my life working here and working there. Okay, first thing first, work environment. Environment, if you compare from NHS or UK and India, it is almost same to same. You are going to be working in the same clinical setup with the same almost same nurse to patient ratio. It is like 1:7 or 1:9 sometimes, 1:6, 1:5. It depends on the department you are working. It's almost same. So I don't say there's much difference between India and the UK. My experience based on where I worked in Bangalore, I worked in a cancer hospital as an emergency staff. The main thing everybody hates there is duty roster. Oh my god, duty roster is really headache for all the staff because some of the supervisors they don't even update the duty roster for next 1 week, at least for next 1 week. Where I was working there, they used to call around 10 o'clock in night, 10 p.m. and they say like, Darshan, you need to come tomorrow morning or afternoon. So it's like that, like one day before or like 2 days before, or they update for 1 week and it will be, there's no guarantee that it can change. But here they are gonna update for next 1.5 months. You are having a work life and social life as well. So your social life, it should not be affected by work life. So they keep that in mind and they prioritize that and they update the duty roster. And once they update, it is not like compulsory and that once they updated, you have to come and work there no matter what. It's not like that. If you are not available to come on that day, you just need to inform to your medical ward sister or someone a senior that you are not available to come. That is the best thing which I have seen here. So there is no such pressure. If you are booked, you have to come and work. And bank shifts. Okay, what's bank shift? Like, are we working in bank or what? I know if you are working in abroad, you already know what is bank shift. But for Indian nurses, if I'm talking about bank shift, they will be thinking like, what is bank shift? Bank shift means nothing but extra duties. That's it. In India, where I was working, if you do a bank shift, means extra duty, that is almost same as your salary. If you are getting 500 rupees, means if you are getting 15,000 per month, then your extra duty salary per day will be 500 rupees. That's it. Whether you do morning or night, it doesn't change. But in here, if you work bank shift, your pay rate will be 1.5 to 2 times. If you're working on weekend, Saturday, Sunday, bank holidays, night, your pay rate will be changed from your actual salary rate. So that thing I really like the NHS. Next point comes discrimination. So what do I say about discrimination here? Yeah, you can expect discrimination everywhere, every part of the world. That you cannot say that if you're coming to UK or if you're moving to USA, Australia, New Zealand, anywhere, that you cannot say that I will not face any such kind of discrimination where what I am facing in my own country. It is not like that. Wherever you go, you will face the discrimination, racist comments, but that's okay. You should not take it too personally if it is not too much. If it is too much, you should always raise your concerns, apparently take action against them. Even my patients make some racist comments, even some of the staff in my ward, in my hospital, I didn't face such discrimination anytime from my colleagues, so I'm happy about that. And my patients, some of the patients, they are a bit agitated because they see like they don't get their native staff. So that's acceptable because we can understand that if when I get admitted in my hospital and if I see all the other places nurses, I feel like where are the people from my country, my state, why they are not treating us, why they are coming to our place and treating. But they don't know that we are coming here, the country is calling us to come and give service to their citizen. So they should understand about that. If they understand, that's well and good. Discrimination both side, I don't give thumbs up for both. It's okay. Next, work pressure. Work pressure. If we are comparing to India in NHS, in UK, work pressure is lot better. Why? Because here you will be having certain tasks and certain patients to complete. In India, you will be burdened. You will be burdened by your colleagues, your supervisors, your senior brothers or sisters. They will be giving you extra tasks, and your patients, their relatives, everybody. And oh my god, that's really annoying thing. But being a nurse, we know how to deal with that. So for all the nurses, I really proud for them, and I feel really proud being a nurse. Okay with that. So work pressure, it is compared to NHS and India. NHS is okay. In India, work pressure is too much. They are burdening on nurses. They should understand, and they should, because the nurses are the backbone of hospital, because they are the one who is contacting with all the multidisciplinary team, and they know much more details about the patients. So they should treat them with dignity and respect, and they should know we should not burn out those staff, because if they are happy to work, your hospital will go higher, and the patient's recovery will be higher in the rate. So treat your nurses with respect. Do not give them so much pressure. Saying that, I'm not saying that in NHS you are not having pressure, but comparing to that, it is much better. And I say, if you worked in India as a nurse, you can survive anywhere in this world, because if you are that much, you have worked under that much pressure, you have become the diamond like that. Okay, respect. This was the first argument I always make with my colleague or with my doctor, emergency doctors. I used to say like, I'm going to abroad, and they say like, why you are going? Work here, serve the people from here. And we always try to argue with him and saying like, the respect you get in the abroad, it is in the next level. Means they know how to treat the nurses there. In India, the doctors will scold, the patients will scold, the relatives will scold, the multidisciplinary team will scold, even the D group workers, housekeepers, they will scold. And sometimes you have to be a plumber, electrician, carpenter, nurse. Oh my god, what else? You will be playing those many roles in there. And on top of that, if you are busy, no one will come and ask, are you fine? Are you okay? Do you need some hand? Is it being so much work for you? Should we assign some more staff to work it? No. And if the work is not being completed, they will just come and alert you. Why didn't you complete? What were you doing? Why didn't you give the medication? Why didn't you give the IV medication? Why didn't you update to the radiology team? Why the patient is not shifted there? Here, what are you doing? And no one even asks you whether did you add your lunch, or at least have you drink, at least have you passed the urine. Nobody. Even you just, if you have any of your nurse friends, just ask them on their busy schedule, did they drink water or did they pass urine? You may feel it is so silly, and you may think, oh, just bluffing that don't they have 30 to 60 seconds to drink water or do their business? Yeah, we get 30 to 60 seconds, but we feel in that 30 to 60 seconds we can complete another task, we can document it, we can call a doctor. By that pressure, we don't even go. At the end of the shift, when we come back home, our back will be broken, and no need to exaggerate so much. Job role and learning. Okay, here comes the India play a big role. If you are the job role, if you join to any hospital as a fresher, and if you do not have any experience, within 3 to 6 months you will be having most of the knowledge skills. You will be knowing catheterization, canalization, NG tube insertion, medication, IV medication, oral medications, BLS, ACLS, everything you will be knowing. In year, for each thing you have to undergo training for that, separate training, and you have to get the competent for that. For doing cannulation, you need to get competency for that. You need to go undergo training. You have to prove in front of them that you are eligible, you are able to cannulate the patient. Then they will get you signed, and it is not mandatory and it is not compulsory that everyone should know how to cannulate and they should have the competency. Like in India, if you join and if you say you do not know how to cannulate, still after 3 months or 6 months, your supervisor is the first thing, I do not know, you should learn cannulate. You practice how many times you want. You should be knowing cannulation first, because if you know how to cannulate a patient, it is already 50% work is done, and they will force you and they will encourage you. Even if you are good with doctors, the doctors will call you, come here, I will teach you how to catheterize, how to NG tube insertion. In that point, learning and all, even here also you can learn in NHS, but you have to go through a lot of process. Based on that, many of the staff, by thinking that, oh, I need to go to a lot of stuff process, by thinking that they will not go. Okay, it's not mandatory, I can avoid it, so I don't want to take that. But in India, you will be like more encouraged, motivated. When the junior is in doing cannulation for a difficult patient, you will be feel like, okay, I should also cannulate, and I should feel like, oh, that's kind of superpower. If you can cannulate a patient, if you do the catheterization, you will be amazed by that. India, you got 1 point. Okay, salary benefits. NHS is leading a lot here. Salary benefit. In India, we get salary, pension, and sick leave. I never took sick leave in my career at all. Only one day I took in NHS that I was not feeling well. So I do not know how, like, what is sick leave, how it works, EL, CL. I don't know. EL means earned leave, CL means I don't know. So in year, if salary benefit, you will get your actual salary, and you will be getting pension, insurance, and tax. And if you work bank shift, extra bank shift, so you will be having more money as compared to there. In India, if you are getting 20,000, and if you are in a rent house, maximum you can save 3 to 4,000. Nothing is going to happen with that 3 to 4,000. Here, per month you can earn around 2 lakhs, but tax, they will deduct, they will chop it off all with all the taxes and with your insurance. I can give you one tip. If you are not planning to stay in UK permanently, you cancel the pension within 2 years and apply for the refund. Change your mind and you want to stay in UK for a long time or to settle here, and again you can restart the pension, so don't worry. And in salary wise also, simple, NHS goes 1 point. In India, if you got some medications, most of the medication, oral medication, we do not give patients. Now we explain to the patient, it is like self-administered medication. Patients take the medications by themselves. We just need to make sure that if you taken the medications on the right time, we just need to go and check. You got only IV medications, most of it, Most, if in India, if a patient is admitted in hospital, most of the medications will be IV only, so we'll be having lot of work to do. In the UK NHS, even the oral medication, a single medications, a nurse has to go there. If patient is not self administering the medication, we have to go there, we have to check, three ID check, patient name, date of birth and S number from patient, and the ID band and the digital iPad one. We need to check, and we need to give the medication to the patient, and then the IV medications. And in India, if we did not manage to give the medications on time or miss the medications on time, the next staff nurses will be like, why didn't you give the medication? The doctors will be there, why didn't you give the medications? I do not know, whatever work you had, you have to give that medications on the time. If you didn't get the medication from the pharmacy, you go outside, bring the medication from different pharmacy and give it. I have this experience. One of our doctor, he was so strict, but he was so good at work. He always used to be clear. If he didn't follow the instruction, even after giving the clear instructions, he will be like shouting, yelling, like like that. But here, if a patient refuses a medication, we need to explain the benefits and the risk factors of not taking the medications to the patient. Even after that patient declines the medication, we cannot force them, because the patients are adult and they have the mental capacity to choose what they want. So in that condition, we just need to put patient refused and update the note and decline the medications. You will be not having the stress of not giving the medication. If they decline, it's decline. If that's it. Okay, I think this video is getting too long. We'll see in the next part. If you like it and any other differences you want to know, let me know in the comment section. I will go through the things, and check out my next video, which is popping up right now, and there are info cards above, you can check out. That's it. Goodbye.